So this individual was striking at France.
Avec le Premier ministre, le ministre de l'Intérieur, la ministre des Affaires sociales, les élus qui nous ont accompagnés.
With the Prime Minister, the Minister of Social Affairs and the Interior Minister, we have taken stock of the situation to understand what sort of organization needs to be put in place to ensure security and to prevent any further threat to the population. But we're also here to express our compassion for the victims and their families. And we know so far that 84 people have died. And some 50 are in critical condition, injured. Amongst the victims, there are French people, many foreigners, who came from all continents, and there are many children as well, young children, who were with their parents, with their family, to watch the fireworks, to share a moment of joy, to share in a happy moment, and who were struck down.
Simplement satisfaire la cruauté d'un individu et peut-être
to satisfy the cruel desires of an individual and perhaps another group of individuals. There are many injured people who experienced a terrible, unbelievable event. To have these images in their heads, and that they are, of course, suffering physically, but of course psychologically as well. And many others who may not have been physically harmed, but who will no doubt all of their lives have to live with those images of horror which they witnessed. Many have told me that some of the injured, they didn't understand what happened, but they do remember seeing the bodies on the ground and the suffering. And this is why France must show absolute solidarity with the victims and their friends and families.
L'engagement, le courage que nous avons pu une fois
There's also courage
relever
and dedication,
parmi les forces de sécurité toutes
which we saw
qui avaient pris
amongst the security forces,
pour que ce feu d'artifice puisse être autant qu'il est possible,
every measure possible to try and ensure that this event would be a safe event.
Et qui forces de sécurité se sont,
as was the case during the Euro 2016 tournament, football tournament. Nice was in fact a host city.
Ces jeunes policiers qui ont agi pour que le tueur,
I'm thinking of the young policemen who took action and who managed to stop the killer last night.
Pleinement investi, pleinement engagé, n'en pouvant plus.
Our police forces are fully dedicated.
De ces derniers mois, depuis notamment
many demands have been placed on them, particularly since the terrorist attacks of January 2015 and of November in Paris and Saint-Denis. I want to salute our police forces, who are the pride of France, our national police, the intelligence services, the investigators,
les sapeurs-pompiers
and the fire department, emergency services,
de secours pour évacuer et pour conduire
who did
dans les hôpitaux
an amazing job
en dehors même de la ville, puisque
to come in and remove the injured people
nombreux établissements ont accueilli les blessés.
and to take them to other hospitals outside of Nice.
Dans cet hôpital qui a fait face
I visited one of the hospitals who were working with admirable emergency services, doctors who came in, they were not on duty, came in to operate on people and save lives. Some sadly could not be saved, but they were doing everything they could. And I would like to salute all of the hospital staff who showed true dedication. We've also seen many volunteers and associations who immediately stepped in. These are also lessons that we have learned. One after another tragedy. In the past 5 years, we have lived through a number of tragedies. It is a long fight, because our enemy will continue to strike all peoples, all countries, where liberty is a prime value. And in that fight against terrorism, of course, we must count on our security forces, and the government must organize by taking the necessary measures to increase the security forces, because they had been depleted in the past. This process is not complete, and we are continuing to raise the standard of protection for the French people. Dedication, commitment also means being strong. Once again, the eyes of the world have been turned on us and has expressed its solidarity with us. The world has expressed their affection and friendship for France. The world sees us as a strong country, capable of overcoming these difficult times, and we have lived through many. And we have shown a fine example through our unity and cohesion. And that's my role, my responsibility, to not turn away from this commitment, to not lower myself in any way. We must stand straight and dedicate the necessary resources, and we must work to reinforce that unity. And I call on all of France to be stronger than those who wish us harm, who are inflicting terrible suffering. They are evil, but we can conquer it, because we are a unified France. So François Hollande asking France to be strong, praising the work of the security forces, and talking of his compassion, which I think all of France and across Europe and the world share with him at this tragic moment in the city of Nice in the Mediterranean.
My business isn't just markets, it's people. Trading on behalf of others is a unique challenge, a responsibility I take very seriously. Business is good. More people than ever are looking to diversify their investments. My trading strategies, your capital, and FX Pro's professional conditions. It's the perfect business relationship. This is how I trade. This is who I am.